Have a nice day, student. Today we continue the chapter Improvement in Food Resources. Today we continue the topic cropping pattern. In the last class we have discussed about the mixed cropping. Cropping pattern, it means growing of the crops in agriculture field in a specific manner is called the cropping pattern. Today we discuss about the intercropping. In the last class we have already discussed the one pattern, we call it the mixed cropping. In the mixed cropping we growing the crop, different type of crop in the same agriculture field. Today we discuss about the intercropping is the technique in which we growing the crop in a two manner. One is the row cropping and second we call them strip cropping. In the cropping pattern, the crops are grown in a particular lines or particular row. For example, suppose in this agriculture field we grew the crops. Here, one crop related with the leguminous crop like gram. In the second row, it will be related with the non-leguminous crop, for example wheat. So this method is known as the intercropping, in which the different crops are grown in the same agriculture field. So this is the non-leguminous crop, leguminous crop line, and this is the non-leguminous crop line. So this pattern is known as the intercropping. Why it is best? Because in this technique some important points are there and some important factors there. One, we can supply the nutrients or supply the fertilizer separately. Supply the fertilizers or nutrients or manure separately. We can supply the water separately to a particular crop. So this technique is more important because it is useful as well as advantageous as compared to the mixed cropping. Now we compare about the mixed cropping and intercropping. So first of all we discuss about the mixed cropping. In the mixed cropping we mix the seed before sowing. This is the first requirement in the case of mixed cropping, mixing of seed. In the case of intercropping, there is no need to mixing of seed. So no need to mix the seed. Now another important advantage in the case of mixed cropping, that is it is useful or it protects the crop failure. So it is useful to reduce the crop failure. It reduces the crop failure. While in the case of intercropping, it is more important for the increase the productivity in a particular or in a per unit area. So these are some advantages or some differences between mixed cropping and intercropping. Now we discuss about the crop rotation. Rotation it means growing of the different crop in the same field but in successive pre-plant manner. It is the technique or it is the agriculture practice in which growing of different type of crop in same piece of land in pre-plant successive manner. So this is known as the crop rotation. In the crop rotation, basically we rotate the crops. In this technique, we use the two type of crop. One crop related with the leguminous. Leguminous crop, it means the crop which is related with the pulses. Pulses, it means dal. The second crop which is related with the non-leguminous. Non-leguminous, it means cereals and any other food crops. So, for example, leguminous, gram, groundnut, pea. In the case of non-leguminous, wheat, cotton, rice, etc. So these are the non-leguminous crop. The crops are rotated in the agriculture field. This is known as the crop rotation. What are the advantages of crop rotation? So the advantage of crop rotation. The first advantage, it increases the crop productivity. The second advantage is it also helpful in the maintaining the soil fertility. Soil fertility is the productive capacity or production capacity of soil. We call them soil fertility. So it is very important to maintain the soil fertility. And third one, it is also helpful in the protection from various disease. Protection from various disease, it means suppose the disease appear in the first leguminous crop and next session, in first year, suppose in the first year we growing a legume crop, and legume crop suffer from a disease, any disease, but in the case second year we grow the next crop, suppose non-leguminous crop, the non-leguminous crop will not affected by this disease. This disease will not appear, not enter or not appear in the non-leguminous crop. Suppose if we grow the same kind of crop, it means we grow the legume crop again, this disease will appear in this crop very easily. So it will causes the disease very easily. So if we rotate the crop, we can protect our crop from the diseases. So these are some advantages for if you use the crop rotation in agriculture field. Now we discuss about the crop protection management. Crop protection. Crop protection, it means we protect the crop from various pathogens. So why we manage it? First of all, we want to increase the production of crop, so we need the crop production management. Protection from where? From pathogens. So what are the pathogens? Pathogens are the disease causing agents or disease causing organism. Pathogens are the disease causing organism. They cause the disease in the so many plants and so many crops. What are the categories of pathogens? So the fungi is the one of them category which causes the disease in plants. Second, we call them bacteria also causes the disease in plants. And third one, we call them virus is also cause the disease in plants. So these are the three basic category. Another, we call them worms also responsible to cause the disease in plants, and some insects also responsible for the causes the disease in plants. Insects. So how we can control this pathogen or how we can protect our crop from these pathogens? Fungi kill or controlled by the fungicides. We use the fungicides in agriculture field to kill the fungi. Bacteria are controlled by the chemicals. Second, viruses also controlled. Worms also controlled. Insect or pest controlled by the insecticides or pesticides. Insecticides and pesticides. These all pathogens are also controlled with the help of crop rotation, chemicals, we call them drugs or medicines. These all pathogens are controlled by this method, we call it the crop protection management. Now we discuss about some preventive measures to reduce the chances of disease in the crop. So what are the preventive measures? Preventive measures, it means there's some techniques which are implemented before the infection of disease in plants. So one of them is selection of crop. Second important point, optimum time of sowing. Next, clean cultivation. Next, selection of seed. So these are the certain criteria which are useful to protect the disease in the crops. So these criteria we call them preventive measures from infection of disease. Now another important thing we call them weeds. Weeds are the unwanted plants. Unwanted plants which are grown along with the main crop in agriculture field, we call them weeds. These unwanted plants are removed by following methods in the agriculture field, that is the mechanical method. In the case of mechanical method, we can uprooted the unwanted plants and throw outside the agriculture field. So this is the mechanical method in which the uprooted the unwanted plant. The second method we call it the chemical method. In the chemical method, we use some chemicals or some weedicides which kill the unwanted plants. For example, 2,4-D. This is the weedicides which kill the unwanted plants. Now the third category or third method, that is the biological method, in which use the biological process or biological phenomena which reduce the growth of weeds. Some plants are present in nature or in the natural environment which reduce the growth of unwanted plant. Is called biological method. Unwanted plants or weeds. So this is the biological method. Which is the best method for controlling the weeds in the agriculture field? The biological method is the best method because it is eco-friendly method. It will not cause any pollution. It doesn't cause any pollution in nature or in agriculture field. So this is the best method. Now next method we call them cultural method, which is used to prevent the unwanted plant growth or to prevent the growth of weeds. That is the cultural method. Cultural method also helpful to reduce the growth of weeds. For example, mixed cropping, intercropping, crop rotation. These are some techniques which are used to reduce the growth of unwanted plants. We call it cultural methods. So these are some techniques which are useful to control the unwanted plants in agriculture field. Unwanted plants, how they affect the growth of crop? They can compete the crop for nutrient, they compete the crop for light, they compete the main crop for nutrients and water. So these are some basic things in which they compete the main crop plants and they reduce their availability to main crop. So the weeds causes the deficiency of these substances or these molecules in soil. Thanks a lot for today and have a nice day.